My name is Theresa Cerceo. I am a K-12 visual arts teacher. The domain of teacher leadership that speaks most to me and the work I do is Domain 4, facilitating improvements in instruction and student learning. I believe for a teacher leader, this requires 3 things. First, being open to continuous learning. Second, sharing knowledge and support with colleagues. And third, using new knowledge to continually assess, reflect on, and modify practices in the classroom. Because quality assessments are a critical piece of effective teaching, I stay current on research and professional development in order to develop tools that will most effectively guide my students towards growth. As a teacher leader, it is critical I model continuous learning and reflective practices. I look for opportunities to collaborate with peers through professional development and district initiatives. Effective learner feedback should communicate my expectations to my students and in turn empower them to have ownership over their learning and thus set goals based on intrinsic motivation. In my role as a teacher leader for the Maine Arts Leadership Initiative and in my district as a PBE leadership team member, I continually work with other teachers both in the district and around the state to help them develop assessments that are relevant and geared towards student growth. Nurturing student voice to empower their learning is critical to their success. This continuous cycle of learning, reflection, and assessment on behalf of the teacher ensures that individual student learning needs remain the central focus of instruction and models for the student lifelong learning. Student growth is further supported through the use of digital portfolios, Google Classroom discussions, and the use of Google Forms as one example of a formative assessment tool. In addition, ongoing reflection and sharing of information occurs through our district arts blog, ongoing web conferencing with colleagues, and also in using web conferencing as a way to bring guests into the classroom. Years ago, research led me to understand the power of choice in learning. In response, I created and over the years developed a classroom that is student-centered while maintaining rigor and depth in my instruction. This aspect of my curriculum has been shared on an online resource bank as well as through workshops around the state. Choice, student voice, and seeing the value of nurturing leadership in my peers has also led my students and I to co-create SLAM, Student Leadership in the Arts Movement, a student-led arts advocacy group. These students, realizing the value of leadership, are developing methods of engagement with the community while designing and implementing strategies for teaching their peers. Their work is in fact impacting my colleagues, extending the idea of collaborative learning between students to be between teacher and student.